Sentiments apart, Abaribe deserves to go to prison. Nigeria should always remember that everything that has to do with the rule of law has no two ways to it. It is either you obey or you face the consequence. It does not matter whose ox is God. Anybody who violates the law should face the music. The rule of law means the supremacy of the law over everybody, no matter how highly placed in the society. Let's start from the police station. If you stand shorty for a suspect to be granted bail, it means you must be able to produce the suspect anytime the police ask you to do so. In other words, you have taken over the accusations hanging on the suspect's neck, meaning you are more or less the suspect. In a police station, if you fail to produce the suspect you stand shorty for, then you will be taken into custody. In the case of Senator Þě1Ś0Ñ Abaribe, the senator representing Abia South, he and two others stood shorty for the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. Kanu was arrested by the Nigerian government for alleged treasonable offenses. He was granted bail on April 28, 2017 on medical grounds. However, Kanu has disappeared since then. Abaribe, a member of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and the Senate Minority Leader, has not been able to produce Kanu in court for almost 2 years. Even when his parents died, Kanu refused to visit Nigeria, apparently for fear of being arrested. In any other crime, Abaribe and others who stood shorty for Nnamdi Kanu should be facing the music by now. He will either forfeit the 100 million naira attached to the bail or go to jail. Since his disappearance, the court has not been able to continue Kanu's trial to determine if he is innocent or not. That is why people always tell you not to stand as a shorty or guarantor for someone you do not trust. Note, wow, this article has nothing to do with Abaribe's call for President Muhammadu Buhari resignation, and the article is written by Ola Abraham. So this guy is saying that from all indications, in all ramifications, Abaribe is supposed to be in prison, according to what he has explained and what you really heard that he said. So I think it is the court that will do that. So why is it that the court has not really asked for Abaribe to be jailed or to be in prison? Because according to what he explained, that if you are standing shorty for somebody, if you cannot produce the person, of the person fails to appear, that means you that have you are standing in for that person, you have taken over the case and it's going to be hanging on you. It's either you go in for it if the person cannot appear, if you cannot produce the person, you go in for it, or if there's anything that you use as a stand, maybe that will go for it. So in the case of Abaribe, just like he explained, I don't know what the court has really done, since Kanu has not really appeared before the court, whether the 100 million naira, it is what the court has already taken, or we don't know. But like he said, it has nothing to do with because he said the president is calling for the president's resignation. But why is it that they've not said anything concerning that? And why is it that the spokesperson, the Gabashe, will never said anything all this while? They never talked to him, or they never asked Abaribe. I know that there was a time they were trying to bring up that issue, but at some point we didn't hear anything again. Not until when Abaribe now called for Buhari's resignation. That is when they are now reminding us of that, because things are not working the way it ought to go in this place. Because I see no reason why somebody is calling for resignation. The next thing, you are trying to pick on what, pick on the person personally. But the issue on ground, you are discarding it. But according to what this writer has said, saying that it has nothing to do, but he's just looking at it, in a different angle, in a holistic manner, not because he called for the resignation of the president. So I don't know what you guys think about it, but let's hear what Nigerians are saying about this whole thing. Those who have different views from what this particular person has said. And someone say, Ola, when one is addressing the public in public matters, it should be reasonable enough to impart facts on the hearers. I don't know from which angle you are coming from to make yourself known or to trade for favor. You are writing as someone who was briefed on what happened in Nigeria 3 years ago. If at all you were around when you put down as an article took place, you wouldn't have allowed people to read such a jab. Did Nnamdi Kanu scamper out of this nation just to avoid going to prison? Let's be sincere with ourselves. One of our proverbs says, it is only a tree you will tell that you will cut it down, yet it stands where it is. I believe you were not sleep of death when military armored car came looking for Nnamdi Kanu to destroy. In your town, do they carry armored cars to arrest a civilian? Even if he jumps bail, we are all in civilian regime. What has the military got to do with arresting a civilian without gun? And you want Kanu to stand like a statue staring at death coming? Let's start reasoning well. By the way, what was the sin of Kanu? Is it by force that we shall be one Nigeria? If there was a marriage pact signed as an undertaken by both couple, till death do them part, and at a time they seem to be incompatible, do you force them to stay together and kill themselves? Was it not from Britain, Scotland and Wales came out from? Presently, Britain is leaving European Union, which they have left, though initially there was a pact binding them together. In all this, I just want to let you know that Kanu did not run out of his father's land. Rather, he escaped for his dear life. It's the federal government that should have been in jail for attempted murder with you, its accomplice. So guys, in my opinion, what the writer has said is not bad. He's just saying the obvious from from a different angle, the way it ought to be. But another thing is that, Nnamdi Kanu has already replied Gabashewu. Like, we really need to be sincere concerning what this guy said. He's just stating the obvious, not that he's saying, okay, because of this, that is how it ought to be. But if he is speaking that way, then what is the government supposed to do? What have they done? The court, what are they supposed to do? Because I believe this writer who is Ola is not a lawyer, because he's not a judge as well. So in all of this, I maybe needs to go back and say, okay, since it is like this, that okay, they said Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail, then what did the lawyer say? What is their position concerning all of that? Remember, Nnamdi Kanu has replied and explained what really happened. And just like what this person who was commenting that Nnamdi Kanu did not jump bail, just like Nnamdi Kanu explained himself. Why would you want to go arrest somebody? Somebody, he was sleeping in his house and they came with all of those things. Were you coming to arrest? And it was like the following month was when you were supposed to go for court. What were they looking for in his house? According to what Nnamdi Kanu said, he was sleeping when they came. By and large, if nobody wants to believe that, then why not investigate that matter? What led to what? Because as at when he said he left the country, what really happened? Because a lot of people witnessed what happened. Up till now, they have not told us what the soldiers or the army went to do in his house. What did they go there to do in the first place? To arrest him or what? If he wanted to be arrested, was it the duty of the military people to go for his arrest? That is where the whole thing is, it's confusing. Not really confusing. They are mixing everything up. Let them do investigation if really they are really sure of what. Because Nnamdi Kanu has a good case with them. Let them do investigation. You can say whatever. And just like what the person said, do you expect him? You expected him to be staring and be looking at them. Because those people who came, they were not police. Because if they were police, they wouldn't have come, with all the things that they came with. Let the government itself do, if they are sincere, let them do investigation, to what really happened in his house that very day. No, they are not saying anything. They are not saying anything. So the government should be held responsible, and the military people should be held responsible. If the government is sincere, let them ask. If they were not the one that sent the military there, then let them probe the military and to know what really happened, what they went there to do in the first place, because he was in his house. He was in his house. If really something happened that they wanted to arrest him, was it the duty of the military to go and arrest him? So that's just the way it is. So of course, that matter, there's no way they want to, go on with the trial of Nnamdi Kanu. That area will not be revisited. It will definitely, and I'm sure they know what they are doing, because there's no way they want to talk about that one without saying what led to his, the disappearance from the country. So guys, that is just my own opinion concerning all of this. Let us wait and see how everything will end at the end of the day. So again, just to buttress what the writer said, one thing is that he's talking about law. The ones who are the custodian or the custodians of law of the law. What have they done? They've defaulted many times. They've really defaulted many times. If we want to go by the way it's all to go, we all are witnesses to what happened to Shiwore. So if they want the country to go the way it ought to go, the change and the good legacy must start from them. You cannot pick and choose what you want to obey. You cannot pick and choose what you want to do. It goes beyond that. The people, the masses are looking up to the leaders, and they see what they do. You do the unimaginable, and you expect people to just be law abiding. It doesn't work that way, because they will be reminding you, you are the one who is supposed to do this, who are supposed to do that. Now you are not doing it, but you want to force us to do the right thing. It's not going to work that way. Everything has been bastardized in this country. So guys, let's hear your own take concerning this issue that this writer has raised. His name is Ola Abraham. So guys, leave your comments below and let's have your take. Thank you very much for always being there. Bye.